What's up, guys? I've got my first Unite video since the beta has ended. Quick disclaimer for those of you who come to watch my Pokemon Go content. The reason I haven't put out any Pokemon Go content in the past week is honestly because I've fallen like 500 rating just slowly. I don't think I've had a positive day, and without a positive day, I just cannot make teams with no XL work in the Ultra League Remix Cup. So sorry about that. Anyways, back to Unite. Those of you who are joining me for just Unite, awesome to see some new viewers. Let's take a look at Zeraora. So I know you guys are going to be asking some stuff right off the bat. First of all, what are the held items I'm using? I'm using Muscle Band, Float Stone, and Score Shield. All of them I think are level 20 at this point. I have not spent any money on this game, so I don't have level 30 items. I'm sure I would be able to perform a little bit better with 30 items, but it is what it is. As far as the games go, this first game is going to be Jungle. And you'll notice I'm using X Attack as my my on-use item. And I'll show you kind of how to play jungle in this first game, and then how to lane if someone steals your jungle in the second game. So I help out a little bit with that first A-Bomb. Make sure not to steal it. Jump over the wall with Slash. So this first route is actually kind of important to get as fast as possible. You save the second Slash for this. You can pop X Attack right as soon as you see it, Slash, and then just agility to the other side. At this time, what you can do is you can run around. You can actually slash over this wall as well. So save your agility. For after this, you can just use agility right away. Take down this red buff. At this point, you should kind of be seeing where the lanes are. Both the lanes are pushed in, so I'm not really sure which one to gank yet. But they kind of back off as soon as I get my first jungle buffs. And now I'm just going to rotate and take out these core fishes and get a little bit of that EXP. Right now, I'm looking for an opportunity to either dunk my points or to gank. This bottom lane is already taking out both bottom defenders, and they're working on taking out their creeps, so I'm going to run bottom and just get rid of my points. This gives me a little bit of an EXP boost, and it makes sure we're kind of putting some pressure on that bottom portal, hopefully to take it down before Dreadnought. For those of you who don't know, one of the main points in this game is to take Dreadnought. Dreadnought is much more impactful than Rotom, so making sure your bottom lane wins is pretty important. So I rotate top, and there are 3 here. I'm just going to get out. But I know I need to help my team out a little bit up here. At least stop them from scoring some goals. But as a jungler, I find it's not really a good waste of, or not a good use of my time to be sitting in a lane. So I'm glad this fight breaks out. Snorlax dives way in without Zeraora. I'm able to jump forward, keeping these slows on Snorlax. And we're not able to pick up, or we're able to get the kill. And then I'm going to be able to pick up another kill. Well, not me, but we're going to be able to get that kill on the Froakie. And almost get the Zeraora, but saved by the Volt Switch. You'll notice my skill build, I took Spark over Volt Switch. I truly believe Spark is the much better move. It just allows you to keep up with someone. You don't have as good escape potential, but you have much better bully potential. So in this case, my Slowbro takes my jungle. I mean, it is what it is. It probably took that Slowbro like a minute to do it too. Definitely not a good use of time. So I am stuck with only red buff for now. And because of that, I know my Slowbro probably took a buff so that he can fight Dreadnought bottom when it pops. And that's where he's going right now. So at least he's doing that. In this case, I normally would rotate to Dreadnought bottom. But I did want to show an example of a greedy game and an example of a not greedy game. This is the example of the greedy game. And it kind of shows how Zeraora can be played essentially alone and not with the team, and you can still kind of carry your team to wins. So one of the main problems with Zeraora, everyone thought they were OP, but I think they slowly realized Cinderace was much better jungler, Gengar was a much better jungler, Zeraora wasn't even the second best jungler until the balance changes. But the main reason that it wasn't very good is because Zeraora can't take these objectives like Dreadnought and Zapdos without taking a ton of damage. Zeraora is best played alone, so you can just jump on solo players like this. I'm going to just jump on this Greninja. I'm not going to be able to take him down, but I'm going to be able to force him to use some defensive cooldowns, and he can't follow me into the bushes. He knows that. So instead, I see my team fighting bottom, and I'm essentially keeping Greninja top. And this Greninja actually decided to go on me. Not a very good choice. I use my X Attack and everything. I'm able to take down this Greninja and get some points off. My team is still in a stalemate bottom. I could be helping them take Dreadnought, but I think another opportunity is when you realize you're not a good team fighter. So Zeraora, in my opinion, is not a very good team fighter. It's very good to pick off Pokemon, but is very squishy in a team fight with all the CCs. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep dunking points, and I'm going to take Rotom. So what you can do with Rotom here, it's obviously not as good as Dreadnought. Dreadnought gives you bonuses to the whole team, but applying map pressure, so having this Rotom take out that first goal zone is a big deal. And look, even bottom lane, 4v5, my team is able to hold off Dreadnought. And that's what I found a lot too, is that you can have 5 people down there, and the opponents can have 4, and you're not going to be able to take Dreadnought, just because of the amount of damage and CC that Dreadnought puts out. So instead, we're going to be playing this PvE game. We've already got top zone for our team. That's over 100, or that's about 100 points, including the Rotom's points. And they're just continuing to skirmish bottom in this 4v5 scenario. Like, I keep looking at the mini-map. That's all I'm doing. If they're in trouble, I would run down there, or I'd teleport back and run down there. But it looks like they're holding their own. So I'm going to continue just farming and slowly moving down. So at this point in time, I'm level 11 already with 5 minutes left in the game. I'm quite powerful, so I don't feel bad jumping in here. The other Zeraora just hit that level as well. They use their Unite move, and I really think I can get that kill without using mine. And there's just a ton of points down here. So goal is to try and get some of these in, but obviously it doesn't look like that's going to be the case here, even with score shield. So I'm going to back off. Be ashamed to die here, so what I'm going to do is ignore my team again. They are just stalemating bottom. I'm going to go top and try and get these points in. Holding on to too many points is not generally very good, so I'm going to go over here and dunk while they're busy. I can see my team is running around. No one's died. No one's really that low, so I don't have to go back yet. Instead, I'm just going to continue playing this solo manner because it looks like my team can handle it. And another reason this is important is that eventually the opposing team is going to be so sick of you doing this the whole game, they're going to send people at you. So notice, Dreadnought's up in 23 seconds now, and this Zeraora is top. I missed my Spark on him to stop the TP, but he stops his own TP anyways, and it looks like I'm going to try and score some points, and I'm showing on the map to try and pressure them to come top, so I can still score my points due to score shield, even though they jumped on me, and I have 3 people rotate top, and that's completely fine with me. My team is already, all 4 of them, already positioned at bottom. They're going to take Dreadnought. We're going to get the second Dreadnought of the game. And once you have 2 Dreadnoughts, honestly, it's a very big advantage. Very hard to lose those types of games. My Slowbro is rotating top, kind of thinking about where I should be going to. At this point, I haven't used my Unite move all game, right? But at this point, it's kind of too late to use it. At about the 3-minute 30 mark, you should probably start saving your Unite move for the big Zapdos fight. So I might use it here. It would probably be not a very good play. Yeah, don't need my Unite move, so we're just going to save it. And we really want to save this for the Zapdos fight because that can just completely win games. Although Zeraora's I don't think is as important as something like Crustals. It's more of a pick-off thing, so if you can pick off their Zeraora or their Cinderace or their Greninja or something like that right at the beginning of the fight, you can win team fights like that. Other than that, it's not really a team fight ability. So anyways, I'm trying to get as many points as I can top. I'm going to score... No, I'm not. I'm going to try and score top lane. But their Zeraora is kind of playing pretty defensive here. So I'll walk bottom. But it looks like Snorlax is retreating. Greninja spotted me, so there's no reason to actually try and score here yet. Mr. Mime uses their Unite move. I'm just trying to retreat at this point. If we can force a Unite move and just get back right before Zapdos, that's the dream. But my team seems to want to go in here. I missed my Spark, so I have to back up too. So when you're playing Zeraora, you have to play around your cooldowns. You go in, and then you go out for about 6 seconds. So what I'm doing here is I'm pretending to retreat, and I'm just going to sit in these bushes. And then once my team moves over towards Zapdos, which they're doing, the rest of the team, or their team, enemy team, should start moving over. And I'm kind of calling for a retreat in these bushes, and it's a bit hypocritical. But the thing is, scoring this 49 points right here is absolutely huge. That's almost 100 points, and someone can still score on this outer tower. So it is definitely a good thing. And now I can run around back, and we can try and pick off. So I pick off the Snorlax. I'm unable to latch the Mime, but we're going to be able to take down this Cramorant as well. And the most of the team is alive. See, at this point, I say retreat. And I'm not abandoning my team right now because of any of that. I am just saying we should not be doing Zapdos. We're ahead right now. So this is... So many teams do this wrong. If you're ahead, you shouldn't be going for Zapdos. You should just be defending Zapdos, kind of like what we are. So when I see Alolan Ninetales say attacking Zapdos, that's a big red flag for me. My goal here is to put pressure on the outside lanes. They have to stay at their... If they stay at their bases guarding them from our 50 points, they can't take Zapdos. So that's really the goal there. I do look over and see my Cinderace for some reason doing it. So I'll go help and we'll just finish this off. Because if we do get Zapdos, it's a guaranteed win. But if someone was hiding in the trees and they were just able to snipe that, that's really the only way we could have lost this game. And I forgot to mention, these games, they're in Ultra tier. I'm still climbing. I haven't played too many games, so it is what it is. And one of the players on my team was a Master tier player too, so there was a pretty good level of coordination on this team. I was very happy to see. We'll see exactly my game impact from sticking alone. 2 players on the team have 0 points. I was able to pick up 342 points, which is well over half, maybe even over 2/3 of our points. And obviously we don't... I think we still win that game without it, but it's kind of more of just a fail-safe type thing. So that's one way you can play Zeraora. The next game I thought was a better example of kind of playing with a team for the most part. So executing small ganks with your team. And this one is also lane. So in this one, I picked jungle, but then I think at last minute, someone else picked jungle too. So instead of fighting over it, which is almost a guaranteed loss, I will just concede and go to whatever lane is open, because I'm not a toxic player like some people. It's not a shot at anyone. But yeah, so this time you'll see me lane. Lane Zeraora is very hit or miss. You're a very snowbally character early. If you can get that early kill or early extra creep, then lane can be great. If you can't, then you're in a lot of trouble. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah, I usually run up. This time I'm going to run down because I see that Charmander running straight for the jungle. I don't think Charizard is that good still, even after all the buffs. Crossow and I play a little game of chicken. We're not sure who should go top or bottom, but I decided to lane bottom with the Mr. Mime. We're going to kill our A-Pumps and move immediately to the center creep, and you do this top lane too. I don't know why I actually accidentally went back with that agility, but I'm able to take this creep, and we're able to deal a ton of damage to this Crustle, and actually take it down even through the Focus Sash. And this Charmander is now stuck behind that wall, and Mr. Mime does a great job staying alive. But this is the early advantage, or early start we needed. So I'm going to go steal their berries as well. This is kind of a big deal. Russell is going to be able to chase me off here. But obviously Zeraora is actually quite hard to fully kill early on because of agility being on such a short cooldown. My Charmeleon comes in too, but I'm a bit too low and I don't have my abilities up, so he's kind of on his own. A very interesting gank for my jungler. Probably could have used that a little bit earlier or not at all, but instead he ends up taking our berry as well. If we need that regen later, we're going to be out of luck. Luckily, I accidentally cashed that Crustle. That was not on purpose, and Charmeleon's able to pick up that kill. But you can see we're just posturing for creeps here, trying to keep a level advantage or about the same. And we did have that early start, so keeping this level advantage in the bottom lane is especially important because of Dreadnought. And because I'm in the bottom lane, I won't just be running around doing random stuff during Dreadnought like a bad player. I will be a good teammate, and I will be camping bottom for Dreadnought. So yeah, my teammate's gone in, but I gotta finish this creep. We'll see how he's doing, and actually he's not gonna be okay. Luckily, Zeraora actually is pretty good at defending this goal zone. There's not too much they can do just as two people to push me off while I'm regenning. And then with Spark, my kill potential kind of goes up a little bit, but it's not until... Oh yeah, here we go. So I can jump over the wall with that and start using these Sparks to take out the Crustle, but Mr. Mime comes in and just secures that, and once again, it's... Oh, yeah. Close call. Charmander almost takes me out, but I know when it is time to run. And I have 20 points, so I don't want to lose that either. Fortunately, my Mr. Mime is going to go down here. But my jungle Charmeleon is actually in a very good spot right now. He's just able to defend that goal, not allow them to get any points off. Yeah. So in this case, I'm just going to fight this Crustle. I'm going to pop my X attack, take it down a little bit faster. That's the one thing I think I'm really bad at, is using my X attack or X speed or whatever I'm using at the time. This Charmeleon is going to be able to hit me a couple times, but it doesn't matter. Still going to get those points off, right? That's the advantage of using Score Shield. And gonna be able to pick up the bees as well. We're dominating these middle creeps. I'm level 7, almost level 8 as a laner, going into Dreadnought. That's pretty good. And just one more creep and I'll have Discharge, which is, okay, I'll just get it based on the time. And Discharge is absolutely huge for these types of fights. Discharge is so much damage. Sorry, I didn't talk about picking Discharge. Yeah, Spark and Discharge, I would say probably the build you want to go, but Discharge for sure is a build you want to go. Like, look, I'm just sitting on their zone. I miss all my Sparks. Like, this was just poor play. But if I hadn't, that would have been easy Crustle takedown, probably able to take down the Charmander after that, and then that's just an easy Dreadnought. So their Snorlax finally rotates bottom. And I'm just going to sit with my Discharge right on that Crustle. I'm going to jump back and finish these creeps off. But yeah, we're just posturing around Dreadnought. And this is what I'm saying. Even if you have a 3v2, you can't just take Dreadnought like that. That's why I don't really feel that bad abandoning my team, as long as 4 people are down there to get the Rotom and a bunch of other stuff. In this case, I do let my teammate die, but they kind of ate up all the CC. I'm able to go in, eat up the Crustle really quick, but not quite make it out in time. So unfortunately, all our good defense, it's not paying off. I signal, hey, headed to bottom lane. That it means I'm kind of frustrated by my top lane not really doing, not really rotating at all, when I think one of them should probably come down. But they do get the Rotom, like I just said, and take top lane, so it's not all bad. So anyways, just going to run back down bottom. I have to keep doing this until Dreadnought is taken. My teammates, they managed to get a couple kills here. I just use a Discharge on the way over to try and take out the small bees. And yeah, my teammates do a good job. I'm running straight to Dreadnought. I want to take this out while the opponents are down. And my teammates take out the goal, which means it's going to take them a long time to walk down. Obviously pop X attack everything, take down this Dreadnought. Yeah, these shields and experience, it's hard to see their impact, but they kind of do a lot of stuff silently and are just absolutely amazing items. Yeah, I'm just going to keep pressuring bottom lane. I was going to farm down here, but it looks like they've taken their safe farm. Yeah, there's no reason for me to be here. I don't know what I'm doing here. Just walking around, I guess. This is for me being lost from not having laned too many Zeraora games. See some farm here. We're going to take that. We're going to get some more points. And at this point, just going to go on the Snorlax. Just pressure him a little bit. We really shouldn't be fighting on their point. But it isn't my first time using Unite move. Not really able to do too much with it, but I'm able to, with the resultant speed bonus, take down that Charizard. And we're all going to be able to score on this bottom lane. Kind of team fight style, right? Like everyone was playing together there for a little bit. I see a low Bouvelant. Gonna take that down. And I'm just gonna start exerting pressure on the top lane. I don't have my Unite move anymore, so my team fight is a little bit lacking. So I'm just gonna start running around, getting that Unite move back by farming creeps. And oh, Wild Charizard has appeared. Gonna be able to almost take it out. This Crustle makes a good save, but luckily for me, it's not running Shell Smash, so I'm gonna be able to get out of there. My own Crustle comes in. Their Crustle uses their Unite move and traps themselves in, so I'm just gonna run away. I know my Crustle can get out. He has his ult, or he has Shell Smash or something. In this case, I'm actually going to have to use my Unite ult a bit later than I thought, which means I'm gonna have to farm, but I didn't want to go down here giving the Snorlax a ton of EXP. I want to take this Snorlax out instead, but somehow I still don't even take him out. So very poor Unite move timing by me. If I live that, potentially it's not too bad because I can farm my Unite move back by the time the team fight starts, but with only 55 seconds left and my Unite move at 33%, I have to go straight to the jungle. There's no helping the team out or anything. It's just straight back to the jungle. Because yeah, you'll see, just look at the Unite percentage. It just bounces up by about the same amount of percent for Zeraora, at least of the number of things that you get. So this is 5. It should go up by 5% or so. Yeah, up by 5 to 63. I'm using Discharge on one and then Spark on the next, so I can keep rotating and take these down quickly. So I'm at 82% now. It's looking a lot better. It's looking like my ult will be back up by Zapdos. Even if I don't get anything else now, I go to my Crustle because my Crustle's sitting here by the Rotom, but there's no way we can do this in time. I really hesitated going in because I figured it'd be a waste of my time, but I wanted to keep team morale high. I didn't want to be like, wow, this Zeraora is not helping me out. But yeah, Zapdos is ready. My teammate's already fighting, which is a really scary notion. But Crustle and I are getting there a little bit late, and Mr. Mime even later. But it does look like they're doing well. Unfortunately, their Snorlax does live and get their Unite move off, but that also means that their Unite move is down, so I can now use mine, recover a little bit of this, deal a ton of damage to this Crustle, a ton of damage to this Snorlax. Pikachu runs in. I've still got my damage up as well, and with the enemy team pretty much wiped, my team goes into Zapdos. This is not a good play. Once again, we're winning, guys. We don't need Zapdos. So I go score my points, and taking Zapdos is, like, the only way we lose is if they take Zapdos. And guess what? A lone Charizard jumps in and steals. Do you think the lone Charizard could do Zapdos by himself if you're sitting in the bushes? No, but he sure can do Zapdos from 0% health by flying in and taking it. So at this point, I'm kind of worrying. The team may have almost thrown it by just going for Zapdos when you don't need it at all. But what I'm going to do is try and score as many points as possible to offset this loss. Of points, as you can see, they're getting a ton of points on the upper and lower goal zones. So Crustle and I are over here just trying to take out these Pokemon and score as many points as possible. And with the enemy team going in and trying to score, and for the most part dying, this opens up my opportunity to score. So I can see I have 13 seconds until Pikachu is up. I want to get there just beforehand. But unfortunately Snorlax is back. The thing is, with Score Shield, this is still a very possible goal. I wait for my Mr. Mime to come be another target. Snorlax misses their thing, but they use their shield. In this case, they've pushed me. They've used their Electro Ball. I'm going to dunk, and it doesn't matter if you're stunned. As long as that shield's still up, you're going to be able to get that move off. So another extra 50 points right at the end there, just from being aware of when you can score and when you cannot. So this game much closer than the first one, right? But that all kind of came down to an enemy Zapdos, where they had no business doing Zapdos. So as you can see, 264 points again. There's a lot of games where I'm getting over 200 points with Zeraora. Almost every win, I would say, at least. So yeah, this game helped me climb through Ultra. Still working through Ultra, but getting pretty close to Master. But yeah, that's the video. Please let me know if this was the kind of Unite video you like. I like commentating these games. I think they provide good examples on how to properly play through games. I'm sure I'm missing some things. This game is pretty vast. There's a lot of stuff that you do have to be watching out for the whole time. So it's really hard to cover everything. But yeah, if you have any further questions or I missed something, please just let me know in the comments. And thanks for watching.